guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Tara, and today I'm going to be pouring in this tray mold that I got from Juilliard Studio. So I'm going to be doing a bloom in it, and I'm going to be trying something that I've never done before, and I just want to let you know ahead of time this is a voiceover because apparently I forgot to charge my microphone, and it died like seconds before I started the video, and I didn't know. So I'm going to be putting some glitter around the rim. That's what I'm saying right now. And to have like a little border around it. And I'm going to be using the Decorum alcohol inks in deep purple and navy. And then I'm going to be using the Let's Resin Opal glitters in the blue opal. So I'm just explaining, what I'm going to do about that. And I dropped my cup. But yeah, and right now I mixed up the Tea Expert Fast Cure. And first I'm going to be mixing up a little mixture of the glitter. And I'm going to try to get it to a thicker paste-like consistency, hoping that it would stay where I put it. And whether or not it does that, we'll find out. But, so I'm just adding a little bit of resin. And then I forgot to open the jar, so I'm going to open it up outside of the vicinity of my mold. Of course, I'm just showing you what kind of glitter it was. I have a newfound respect for people that do voiceovers, because I don't like it. It is not easy to do. I've already done it once, and you can hear my air conditioner kick on. It was very loud, and didn't want you to have to listen to that. But alright, so I'm mixing up the glitter. I'm just checking the consistency of it to see if it was thick enough, and I'm also thinking that it might not be enough, so I just add a little bit more resin, and then add a little bit more glitter because it made it too thin. Oh, Lord. I can't believe I'm going to do this. I don't know what to say. And it's hard to remember, what you're saying and doing at the time, So, I don't know how Claire does it so effortlessly, But... So, I'm going to get a piping bag and put it in this cup. And then I'm going to take the glitter and put it in there. So I have more control over where I actually put the glitter. I was hoping that it would make less of a mess. And I'll be able to get a more crisp line. So... so I've got it in the piping bag now. I don't know if this would have been easier or if I could have just played some music and put on some captions for you, but yeah. I'm just cleaning up, or no, I'm tying a knot around the end of the piping bag and cutting the tip off. And here we go. Alright, so I'm just going to do a little thin line all the way around the mold. Now my battery's dying, so I'm going to put it on the charger. Okay, there we go. And there was a hair in the mold, so I was just getting that out. Alright, so I made it all the way around. And then I go back and fill in a couple little gaps here where it was a little thinner. So I'm just going to put that to the side, I believe. Save it for later. And I'm just checking the temperature of my resin. I think at this point it was like 30 degrees the first time I checked it. So not quite ready. So I'm going to go ahead and start mixing up my white. And today I'm going to be using the Ocean White by Let's Resin. And I'm going to get out my scale so I can get a better idea of, how much I got in the cup, so I can judge how much of the paste, or hopefully anyway. But yeah, so we're gonna get about 20 grams. Well, at this point I was still deciding if I was gonna do 15 or 20, and then I went over 15, so I went on ahead and went to 20, and then I took some out because it was too much. Or it was over 20, a little over 20 or something. And then I second guessed myself again and went on ahead and filled it back up to 20. One, because I wasn't sure how much the mold was going to take. And if I made too much, I was going to use it for something else. So I went on ahead and added a little bit more. So, yeah. So, since I had 20 grams, I was trying to get just like one drop. But I had stored my bottle upside down. And when I took the lid off, it just kept squirting out. So I got a little bit more than what I initially wanted. And no matter how much I wiped off the nozzle, it still kept coming out. So I ended up just throwing the cap back on it and sitting it right side up. Oh, and then I also get some of the Mother of Pearl pearlizing powder. It's a mica from Hobby Lobby. And I just put a little bit of that into the mixture just to give it a little bit of a shimmer. I don't know that I put enough in there, or just the pigment paste kind of overpowered it because you didn't really notice a difference in it. So I just do that sometimes because it makes the bloom just a little bit more dimension to it, I guess. It gives a little shimmer to it. So I'm just checking the consistency, and I like my white a little deeper, more opaque than, like some people say, skim milk, but I like mine to be a little bit whiter, so I was just checking it. I was trying to move the mold out of the glare of the overhead lights, but I moved it out of one and then another one got it, so I just left it alone. So now I'm going to check my resin again. I think at this point it was almost 33 degrees. And then the pigment paste mixture was a little bit less, like 1 degree less. Just cleaning up my mess. I dropped resin. Well, you can't see me, but I'm just making sure to stir that pigment paste and mica in really well together. So now I'm going to get a piping bag. I'm not sure what I'm saying or doing right now, but I'm off camera for a minute. No telling what I was saying. But, alright, so now we got the cup. And we're just gonna... Oh, I had something black in the resin. I was trying to get that out real quick. And then we're gonna finally get it in the piping bag. Now, if I knew how to speed you up through this and also do a voiceover, I would have, but if you haven't noticed, not great at editing yet. I'm trying, but it's a learning curve for me. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to get the knot tied around the piping bag and get a little bit of the tip cut off. I want the stream to be, I don't know, not real thin, but not real thick where it just pours out. So I know that doesn't help you, but yeah. Okay, so I'm going to check the resin one more time, the temperature, to see. And I think at this point it was about 33.7 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it in the mold. I'm just being careful not to overfill the mold. So I'm going to stop and check and see where we're at. And I forgot to go around the rim of the mold with my dotting tool before. And since it had all that glitter in it, and I knew there was a large potential for bubbles, I wanted to go ahead and do that before I started piping my petals. Or the spiral, because I ended up just doing a spiral. It's kind of the easiest way to pipe petals. So oh, and right there I was just thinking that the mold might have been, or the table might have been off level, because it didn't look like I had as much resin on that one side as I did on the other. But it could have just been that it hadn't leveled out yet. So then I go ahead and just add a little bit more. Kind of spread it to that one side. But that thicker resin, it needs a little extra help. And I did have plenty of extra, so I got out another mold from Juilliard Studio. This is a little trinket dish with large cluster crystals around the edge of it. And it's got a holographic center on the raised area of the tray. It's a really pretty mold. Juilliard Studio has a lot of really pretty molds. They're handmade and they're all really gorgeous. So if you haven't checked her studio or her shop out before, you should definitely do that. She's got a lot of jersey molds, holographic molds. She's got a few different flower trays like that, animals. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my navy down first, and then I'm going to put the deep purple on top of it. It says deep purple, but it turns out to be a little bit more pink. And then I'm going to put the deep purple in where like the middle of the petals. And I'm going to do a similar thing with the little small tray. Then I'm taking the navy and putting it on the other areas around the deep purple. I don't know if this would have been easier to do it this way or to just put music in the background with captions, but hopefully I won't have to do this anymore. Alright, so I'm just going to do a spiral. Trying to take my time so that my stream is even, but then I got a phone call come through on my watch, and it screwed me up. So, yeah, I'm trying to get back on track here. I thought I had it on mute. I did not. Yeah, I was a mess this morning. So yeah, then I go back through and just fill in a few gaps where it looked like it was a little thinner than I wanted it. Popping a few bubbles on the other one. I think I go back around here one more time. And then I'm going to do a similar thing in the small tray mold after I add a couple more drops of alcohol ink. Yeah, I'm just going to do another spiral. I was just trying to use up what was left in the bag there. By the way, while this is going on, I do want to say a big shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you've made it this far into this video. Yeah, so thank you so much, and for all your lovely comments and your liking of the videos, and can't believe there's actually 46 of you. I promise to try to do better about the mic and editing in general. So, alright, I'm going to pull in where the mold comes in on each petal. Jeez. My dog just came in. If you hear anything in the background, he's got the zoomies right now, so he's kind of running around. Alright, and so I'm trying to decide if I want to pull out or make any other petals, and I go with pulling out where the mold goes out. And then I do a little, no, wait a minute. Yeah, I do a little swirl in the middle. Sometimes I don't like doing that because sometimes it messes the look of the petals up, but I did today. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other ones, or the other tray. I was trying to decide if, okay, here's where I go and do the swirl in the middle. Sorry. Yeah, I was trying to decide was anything else I was going to do. So. And I don't think I went back and did a swirl in the middle of this one. A little tray. Or did I? Did I? Maybe I did. Yeah, there was a little spot that was messed up. I was going to fix it, but yeah, this is where I say that I think this is it, and we will be back on demold. So, nope, gotta pop a few bubbles first. Oh, Lord. I'm a mess. But alright, so yeah, now this is it. And then I will be back to your regular schedule programming when I come back to do the demold. So, no voiceover. Alright, bye-bye. Okay, so I'm back, and this is all cured. Now, I have to say, I did check my microphone about a minute before I did that last clip, but it must have died right before I pushed play because there was no audio. I looked down afterwards and it was off, so I guess it must have died. So hopefully by now by the time I edit this video, I have figured out how to do a voiceover. If not, it'll be captions and music or something. So anyway, I forgot I was going to put this, trying to make it as a bowl, and I turned my heat mat on about an hour and a half after. So I'm hoping it's still soft enough to try. So I did get a bowl out. But first, we're going to go ahead and get this out. Well, let's get these out first. So I had extra resin of the glitter mix. So I poured this. And glitter, it's a shame it doesn't show up better on the camera, but that is absolutely beautiful. And then with these, I had a little bit of clear. I just dropped some resin or some alcohol inks in there and realized it's probably going to stain my mold. So, yeah, a little bit. And I poured the clear resin on top. But they're cute. They're a cute little thing. So, I wish I wouldn't have done that. I hate that. It's not, I mean, it doesn't come back on your next piece or anything, but it just makes for not such a pretty mold anymore, you know. But here we go. Here's a blue one. Oh, he's got a piece of glitter in him. One rogue piece of glitter. All right, now let's get to this real quick. Very curious. I think some of it stayed where I put it, but it did make for a nice background, it looks like. Just wonder about the bloom. Okay. It's still bendy, so hopefully we can still get it in a bowl. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, let me take this off. Can you see it? That is really pretty. Let me get something white for you. Isn't that pretty? Well, maybe I should have done black or something. But that is really pretty. Okay, let's see if I can get this in here. This might be too big. Oh, okay. Well, it's not real tight fitting though. Well, I don't know. Is that gonna stay? I don't know if it'll stay or not. It's not tight fitting. See if I got a different one. This one's all jacked up from the dishwasher, but yeah, that one's not gonna work at all. Okay, maybe I can just stick it in here, and then put something over top of it to hold it down. Huh. What can I stick over top of it that won't mess it up? Well, I mean, it's kind of staying. Maybe I'll find something, but for now, it's kind of staying. Is that even? Yeah. Okay. Well, it's kind of staying like that. It's just not real tight fitting. So I kind of wanted the tips to bend over, but I guess that's okay. What do you think? You like it? I like it. Very pretty. Yeah. I guess that's even. Oh. Alright. Let's just leave that there for now. Maybe I can stick this other bowl on top. No. Anyway. Alright. I'm curious about this. Looks like the bloom, because this is like a trinket tray. It did kind of fall, like fold down, which might be interesting. And I see a lot of bubbles in there too. But I don't know. Let's see. Do you love that sound? All right. Here we go. Oh, okay. It did kind of fall because they're so deep, but it still looks really interesting. Very pretty. Huh. I like it. And I don't know if you can tell that it's holographic or not on the video. Look, yeah, you can. I can see it in the camera. You can see it. Yeah, especially like that. Yeah, that's pretty. Just got some bubbles in it, but that's okay. Still really pretty. And all it's got like big chunks. It's not like the little crushed mirror glass. It's like bigger pieces, and I really like that. But yeah, this also came from Juilliard Studio, and I just love this little mold. I used it one other time for extras. It's perfect for if you have a little extra resin, and yeah, I like it. So what do you think? I like them all. I'm gonna leave this in here till it gets hard. I'm probably gonna have to find something to hold it down until it sets properly. I don't know if this would kind of holds it down. It's not really that heavy though, but it'll hold it in place, I guess. If it's even, I can't really tell, but Keep sliding. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to let this cool down and get good and hard. And then I will, I don't know, thought about going around the rim, but it does got some bubbles where it was glitter, so I probably won't do that because you'll be able to tell. So yeah, once it cools down, I will take some pictures and I'll put them at the end of the video. So, all right, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.